Hey y'all, welcome back to Fine Ride Garage. So this week we're going to be working on putting bearing races in all of our 5-spoke hubs. So currently we have them all over here in the freezer. There's Raccoon. So he's cleaning his side of the shop this week. So if you go look, we have all of our races right there in the freezer. So hopefully we've shrunk them up enough that they may not just fall in, but they'll go in a lot easier. So we're gonna clean this up a little bit. It's got some burrs in there. Those burrs might be there for a reason. Know if the bearings kind of fall in there or slip in there. It's kind of a method to kind of ding it and raise it up, and it'll hold those races in there. These races were hard to drive out, but we're just gonna get a little bit of Scotch-Brite, kind of clean that board up just a little bit, clean it up, some brake clean, and then go from there. So, Scotch-Brite. Holy cow, it's gonna tear it. Oh, we have a piece of Scotch-Brite, maybe. Clean it up best I can. I'll use some brake clean on it, a rag. Wipe it down. I already got all my stuff ready. I got my brass punches, my hammer, all that's ready to go. Brake clean. Wipe everything down here. And then we're gonna run over to the freezer, grab the race, hammer it home. So y'all just hang out right there with the race. So we got the race right out of the freezer. Put that in there. Hopefully, don't take too much. Drive it home. Should be it. Fill in there, make sure. Yep, that's it. So turn it over. Now we'll put that one in. Go get that one. Got to clean that one up a little bit. Spray it down real quick here. Do that. We'll give it that. Make sure we stick it in right. Sweet. Brass hammer. Let me just hammer it in with a brass hammer. At least till we get it down there some more. Go back to using this. Send her home. Feels like all the way. Let's just give her a couple more love taps. Make sure. That's it. So freezing them in my instance didn't help very much. They're still really hard to put in, but they're in. I'm gonna rinse and repeat on the rest of them, get them all done. And just because curiosity's killing the cat, we might put one of these hubs, on with no brakes, no nothing, and just see how that rim looks on there. But we're gonna knock out the rest of these and come back. So we got the bearing races put in there, and curiosity got me. So we mounted the rim on the front, and I think it's gonna work perfect. But we kind of already took it off, but we put, and I'll drop a picture in there. We put the back rim on the back here. And you can see how much room we have between the tire and the spring with the old tires. But when we had the rim on there, the rim literally, you can't put your finger right here between the rim and the spring hanger. And so we're afraid the tires, if we put tires on there, it'll rub right here. Got a buddy, he's got some used 22.5-inch tires. He's gonna bring by hopefully tomorrow, and we'll mount the used ones on these rims just to see. But this is a 22 by 8.25. I found a site that has some 22.5s by 7.5. So we might just use these on the front, put a wider tire in the front, and then put the 7 1.5-inch rims here. That should give us enough room. Be a 9R 22.5 tire. So that should give us enough room there that we should be fine. So it's probably what we're gonna do, but like I said, we're gonna get some used tires mounted on these rims and do some experimenting looking. Because also on the front, if we're turned all the way to the stop, go back over here, it doesn't give us a whole lot of room, get down here, for a very tall tire here. So if we get a straight edge out, we probably would be okay, but not 100% sure. So let's say we'll get a new tire or the used tires over here and we get them mounted on one of our rims. We can do some experimenting, figure out if it's gonna work or if it's not gonna work. But for now, I'm working on replacing the brake lines. Got the rest of the wiring harness out from under here, the old one. So it's kind of where we're at now. Well, we got one new brake line on. We need to put the cylinder in and then tighten it all up, but I don't want to do that yet. I think we're gonna hook all the lines up and then pump the brake up and push all the bad fluid out. Yeah. So we are not putting crappy old fluid into our new cylinders. Well, we got the rear brake hose in. Got it all done, back to the banjo fitting there. So we got that one done. We got this one done. Just gonna, like I said, dangle it there. Now we're working on this one, and if you can see that nut right there we gotta get to, and it's kind of behind the steering thing. So we're gonna work on that one now, see what we can do. Well, I think that's gonna be it for this week. We got the bearing races all knocked into the 5-spoke wheels. We were able to get our wheels installed and test fit on a couple of them. We still got to do some touch-up painting on that. That's the one Jimmy was doing when he decided to paint himself. So, well, we put a little bit more paint on it, finishing it up. Same thing with the other front one back there. Got a little more paint to put on there. We are gonna paint these wheels, I think, gray. We might leave them white. Let me know what y'all think. White, gray, paint them the same red. We don't know yet. So doing that. We got our brake lines all put on so we can start putting brake fluid in there. Let it trickle out so we can flush all the old stuff out. Make sure we got new stuff in. We'll probably next time we'll start putting all the brakes together if we can get springs. I gotta call Fleet Pride tomorrow and see if we can locate brake springs. Hopefully we can, but if not, we're back to the drawing board on that, but we'll figure it out.